blocks, which I'm not sure if either one of you do. Another option for taking a seat, I figured I would just throw this out there if you have two, is putting your blocks almost like a V, like so here, and then using that almost in place as a bolster. So you're kind of like setting them so they'll land like underneath your sit bones, one on each. And you take an easy seat or like a crisscross applesauce sort of position. And then once you find a seat, so whether you're sitting on one block, two blocks, a bolster, allow your spine to elongate up towards the sky or the ceiling. And take a breath to settle in. Maybe even close your eyes. And place one hand right over your navel, one hand in the center of your heart. Once you have grounded right there, become empty on your next exhale. And then when you're ready, take a full breath in all the way to the top, all the way till you're full. And then open up your mouth, let out an audible sigh, like a slow exhale out. If that felt really good, take two more like that, or just observe the rise and the fall of your breath. And then allow your hands to come onto your knees, onto your thighs, or just rested to your lap, but keep that length in your spine. Slowly start to drop your chin towards your chest. Maybe roll right ear over to the right. And then back through center. Left ear over to the left. And back through center. Take a breath in to lift your chin up towards the ceiling. Find that stretch. And then come back to neutral. Let the weight of your head just be nice and easy right on top of your spine. If you want, you can blink your eyes open and take a breath in. Sweep your arms out and up. Big breath in to rise. So nice. And then exhale, twist to the right. So left hand comes to your right knee or to your thigh. And you might even start to look either over to the right completely or over your right shoulder. And then inhale to reach back up, face front, and then exhale over to the left. So opposite hand, opposite knee, you might even look over your left shoulder. Inhale, back up through center, breathe in. Take your arms out like a T here. Your palms will face forward to start. Take a breath in. The back of your hands start to draw back a bit, just so you feel a little bit more opening across the chest. Maybe even lift the chin, lift the face. And then as you exhale, wrap right arm over left, like you're giving yourself a hug here. Take a breath in to lift the elbows, lift the face, just a little bit of a back bend. And then exhale, think like cat pose as you round forward. Take your elbows forward, maybe drop your chin in towards your chest. You might even find that little bit of a tug on that space in between your shoulder blades. Inhale back up, open the arms wide like a T. And then wrap the left arm over the right. Breath in to lift the elbows, lift the face. And then exhale to round in, chin draws in. And then come back to center. Open the arms nice and wide again. The palms will face forward to start, and then start to draw your thumbs down and your palms facing back behind you. So nice. Now start to bend at the elbows and bring palm over palm onto your low back. So your hands will just rest right onto your low back. Sit up nice and tall. Take a breath in. Think about lifting the sternum up, maybe the chin follows. And then exhale. Same idea. Start to take your shoulder heads forward and keep your hands where they are, but just drop your chin into your chest. Do that one more time. Inhale, draw the elbows back, shoulder heads back, sternum rises, chin rises, and then exhale, round in. And come back up to neutral, sit up tall, breathe in to reach the arms out and up overhead. And then exhale, just bring your hands to your heart center here for a moment. And see if you can now lift your sternum up towards your thumbs. Feel the top of your head rise. Soften shoulders away from your ears, and then maybe close the eyes for a moment. Full breath into the top. Maybe a big sigh out to empty. One more like that. Fill all the way up. Feel your chest rise to your thumb. And then exhale. Empty it out. And you can then blink the eyes open. Take a little shake of the legs, extend them long in front of you, maybe roll the ankles, wiggle the toes. And meet me on all fours here, tabletop pose. So we'll start nice and gentle here. And spread your fingers nice and wide. Toes can be either tucked under or untucked, your choice. Keep pressing down into your hands. Take a breath in and find cow pose. So drop the belly, feel the tailbone rise, like you're drawing the chest forward. You can even soften the elbows. Try not to let them lock. And then exhale, press into your hands, round your upper back and drop your head. Maybe look in between your knees. Do that one more time. Inhale to find cow. Exhale to find cat. So nice. And then take your knees a little bit wider. Bring your big toes maybe together to touch or towards one another. Send your seat back and either drop onto your forearms and then maybe place palm over palm and drop your head down. Or you can take the elbows wide. Just find child's pose. Sometimes it feels nice to even take a block underneath your forehead. So you're bringing the earth up just a little bit higher. So we don't curl in or maybe even put as much pressure on the abdomen. Whatever you need here, just take this moment of pause. Also a nice place to feel grounded, like literally on the ground. Take 3 big breaths right here, filling all the way up and exhaling out. 2 more. Breathe in and out. Last one. And then slowly start to rock your head side to side. And especially if you have your head on a block, this can be a nice thing to do, especially at night, to rinse out all of the tension that might be along the brow bone. And then also having that support for your forehead, letting the back of the neck just be at ease. And stay here, of course, as long as you'd like. And then whenever you're ready, meet me on all fours, tabletop pose again, hands and knees. And start to take your right arm forward, reach it forward. Like you were going to shake someone's hand here. So your thumb starts to point up. And then start to take a breath in, just reach it up overhead. So you start to open up through the right side. And now your palm faces out, thumb is forward. And then reach it back forward. Feel that rotation as you bring the thumb back up. And then drop the hand down. You're going to do that on the other side. Left hand, reach it forward. So alongside the ear, the arm will reach. And then open up to the left. Palm faces out. And then reach back forward, palm faces in. Drop the hand down. One round of cat-cow just to reset. Inhale to find cow. Exhale to find cat. And then come back to neutral, tabletop. So right hand, reach it forward again, like you're shaking someone's hand. Reach it up to the sky, open up. Reach it back behind you. Palm faces out. And then bring that hand back down. Now to the other side. So we're starting to make that circle, left hand forward, reach it up, reach it back, and down. So make that circle as big or as small as you'd like. We're gonna do that a few more times. Right hand, reach it forward, up, back, and down. Last time, left hand forward, up, back, and down. And start to walk your hands up your knees. You'll rise up onto your knees here. Start to reach your hands up overhead. Big breath in. Arms out like the letter T. So just like you did when you were on a seat. Back of the hands drop back. Chest gently opens here. Maybe lift the chin, lift the face. And then as you exhale, wrap right arm over left. Just to grab onto your shoulders. Lift through the chest. And then send your feet back towards your heels here and just curl into that little ball so you get the stretch in the upper back. And then inhale back up. Your seat will rise, arms out like a T. Left arm wraps over right. Sit back with your seat. Curl into that little ball. Inhale, come up. Arms out, open wide. And bring your hands, one palm over the other, onto your low back. Palms will face back. Draw the elbows back, shoulder heads back. Lift through the face. And then stay here, just round forward. Just a little bit of that flexion in the spine, especially in the upper back. And then you'll come back to neutral. Step your right foot forward. Reach your hands up overhead. Big breath in. And then find your twist again. So left hand will come outside the right knee or the thigh. And if you want, either right hand reaches straight out to the right, or you can start to reach it back behind you. So you're getting this added bonus, like a twist in the spine, and then possibly a little more opening across the right shoulder, across the chest. But to your degree, right? There's no perfect place for it to land other than what feels good for you. Take one more big inhale to reach that hand up overhead. And then exhale, you'll switch. So right knee comes to meet the left. Your left foot goes forward. If you want a little bit of a stretch in the hips, your hips can sink forward a bit or shift them forward. Reach hands up overhead, big breath in. Now it's right hand outside the left knee. You can just hold it here. And then either the left hand, reach it out, straight out to the side, or reach it a little bit back behind you to initiate that twist. You can look over to the side, of course. If you wanted to add a challenge, maybe back towards the left fingertips if they're behind you. Stay for a round of breath. Inhale to think tall in the spine. Exhale to twist. Reach the left hand back up. So nice. And then meet me on all fours. Tabletop pose. You return. A breath in to find cow. A breath out to find cat. So nice. And come back to neutral. Now moving to the lower body, just a little bit more. Send your right leg behind you. And start to just roll the right ankle. Fan out the toes. Create a little bit of space there. If you're like me, you get like a snap, crackle, pop. Quite a few along the way. And then tuck your right toes onto the ground behind you and press back through your right heel. Get that stretch in the calf. So nice. And then spin that right heel down towards the ground. And you can even take that left foot a little bit behind you for support, like as a kickstand. Now bring your block, if you have it nearby, place it underneath your left hand. Make sure it's sturdy under your left hand. And then reach your right arm up to the sky. A breath in to reach it forward. So arm close to your ear. And then think about you're going to trace the horizon in front of you with your palm facing down with your right hand here. You'll start to just trace the horizon line in front of you. And then maybe bring the hand back a little bit behind you. And then trace the horizon in front of you again, bringing the hand back overhead. Do that one more time. Trace it towards the space behind you, and then trace it back overhead. Now rise up, bring your arms out like a T, legs stay the same. Drop your right hand down, left arm will rise. And then take a roll of the left wrist after putting a little bit of weight there, both directions. Maybe even look up towards your hand or the ceiling. Excellent. And then bring your hands back down, remove that block, tabletop pose. A breath in to lift the chest. And then exhale to round into cat. Back into neutral, send your left leg behind you, roll the ankle, create space in the lower body, space in the toes. And tuck the toes under to then press back through the left heel. Take one more big breath in. Excellent. And then you'll spin that heel down. Find that little kickstand with your right foot behind you. Block underneath your right hand. And then reach your left hand up. And reach your left hand forward, so overhead. Palm will face down. And then think about cutting the horizon here. So that horizontal line right in front of you. All the way back behind you. Maybe find a little bit of a squeeze of the left shoulder blade and then trace that line in front of you. Do that one more time. Inhale, back behind you. And then exhale, bring it back forward. And then rise up, arms out like a T first. Drop the left hand, right arm will rise. Take a roll, maybe take a fist here, and then roll that right wrist around all directions. One more breath in to look up. And meet me, hands and knees. Tabletop pose, but keep that block close by. One round, cat-cow, just to rinse it out. Drop the belly, lift the chest. And then exhale, round your upper back towards the sky, drop your head. Returning to that child's pose. So if you want to take that block, I like it on the medium height personally. You can also take it on the highest, of course. Wherever feels restful for you, land there and find like that ridge of your brow bone, right? And just start to move your head, rock your head side to side. And if stillness is what you need, just let your forehead rest. Close the eyes. Whether you are in movement or in stillness, you are slowing things down. You're feeling close to the earth, feeling rooted, feeling grounded, even just for a round of breath. Stay here for as long as you need. If this feels safe, if it feels supported. Or whenever you're ready to gently make our way onto our backs, you'll start to just come back up to tabletop pose. You can remove that block, keep it close by if you'd like, and then you'll just swing your legs around to find a seat. For a moment, once you are in your seat, I'd like you to just pause. Take your hands to your knees, sit up tall on the breath in. Soften shoulders on the breath out. You might even take some shoulder rolls here to encourage that space to really open up before you eventually find your rest on your back. Not far off. You need to take any movement in the neck. Maybe you take that as well. And make sure you have enough space behind you. And you'll slowly, slowly, slowly make your way onto your back. Once you are there, bend your knees. Take your feet a little bit wider apart, knock your knees towards one another. Hands can rest on your torso, or if you want some opening in the chest right away, take your arms out like a T, letting your palms face up towards the sky. Close your eyes. A moment of pause. Breath in. And a breath out. And of course, you can stay here and start your full Shavasana, your rest here, if that's exactly what you need. You just want that stillness, that restoration right away. Take it. If you'd like a little more movement in the lower body and the hips, you can hug your right knee into your chest. Nothing fancy here. Just again, roll the ankle both directions. And then start to make circles, slow circles, small circles with that right knee, like you were almost tracing a circle on the ceiling with it, both directions. Maybe even start to reach your right foot up towards the sky one last time to take a roll of the ankle, both directions. You might even create a figure four here with the right leg. So crossing the right ankle right below the left knee. Just allowing that right knee to draw towards the front right corner of your mat. And come back to center, hug that right knee into your chest and set the foot back down and then move over to the left side. Hug the left knee in. Take a roll of the ankle, wiggle of the toes. Circles with that left knee in both directions. And even send that foot up towards the ceiling. Again, take a roll of the ankle. Noticing how when you do that, the muscles in the leg also move. Maybe you feel stretch along the way as you find that movement in the ankle joint. And then hug that knee back in towards your chest. Let the legs go long in front of you, arms down along your sides. Any final shapes or movements that you need to find your rest, take it. And take a full breath in all the way to the top. Return to that slow sigh out for your exhale. Just to arrive. And we're not here too long. Give yourself that permission that you might need to find rest in the toes, softening in the ankles, ease in the knees, release in the hips, in the belly, a softening across the chest. Ease in your breath. Maybe even also a little bit of ease and calm in your mind. From that place of observation rather than reaction, just take your next breath in, maybe a little bit slower, a little more full. And then with intention, find movement in the fingers. Maybe rock the head side to side. Begin to bend your knees. You can even roll them to the side of your choice if you want. Pause there. And press yourself up to find a seat. Once you've arrived there, sit up nice and tall. Maybe let your hands return to your heart here. Bowing your chin just a bit towards that space. A full breath in. Open your mouth, sigh it out. And just taking this moment to honor yourself for showing up, honoring yourself for continually showing up, even if it's a challenge. And know that no matter where you are, whether it's a peak or a valley, moment to moment, even, you always have your breath.